Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dylan Jarris. I am a military spouse, I'm a mom of 2 boys, and I'm a multi-six-figure Etsy seller of 6 years now. I live in San Diego, California, but I'm from Minnesota, and I'm now an Etsy business coach where I'm really boiling down all of the steps through 6 years of trial and error that I have found will take you on the path to multi-six figures on Etsy. So it's a lot of hard work, but I love connecting with people who are hardworking and really need it to happen. And I lead you down the path to get to this position of financial freedom and really building generational wealth through Etsy. I know that sounds absolutely crazy to think that you can build generational wealth through, Etsy, like crafting, right? It kind of sounds like a pipe dream, kind of really far-fetched, but I'm not joking. I'm pretty transparent and straightforward, and I don't mess around. I don't do fluff, I don't do busy work, I do only profitable action steps. So that's what you'll find here. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you about how I have been utilizing the seller protection program on Etsy. Now, I'm a shop that does $30,000 to $40,000 in revenue per month, and I've had my fair share of customer service issues. Probably more than I would like to admit. I've dealt with a range of customers from really price sensitive, picky customers who are quite needy to customers who are, very premium and their average order value is like over $600. I've dealt with the whole gamut of customers. And my background is actually in e-commerce, where I started my career at Zappos.com, where our whole mission was delivering happiness. Customer service was really infused into my approach towards e-commerce from the very beginning. And customer service is still one of the pillars of my shop, probably one of my biggest assets in my shop on Etsy. So when they rolled out the seller protection program this summer, I was wondering how that might affect me. Maybe more so, I was wondering how it might affect the customers. At the time of this filming, I've shipped almost 18,000 orders on Etsy, and that's actually over 25,000 items. And in all of those sales, up until July, I had ever only had one truly lost package. I know. In June, they announced the seller protection program, and I thought this is great. In my whole 6 years on Etsy, I've probably had 6 to 7 cases opened against me, and I've always won those cases, but I wondered if the seller protection program would change any of this. So they announce it, and then boom, in July, I have 2 lost packages. I thought, oh my goodness, here we go. They were legitimately lost, so it's not like the customer was making this up, and the value of them combined was $250. So there's one for like $240 and one for like $10. I wondered what was going to happen because this program didn't officially roll out until August 1st, but all of the policies were written, looked like it was all in place, ready to go back in July. I decided to test it out. Now, this seller protection program only works if you, the seller, have all of your shop policies filled out and if you ship using a tracking number or an Etsy shipping label. You also have to use Etsy payments, so you cannot use PayPal. If you use PayPal, then you have to go through PayPal for this process. You also have to make sure that you ship it to the address on file at the time that the customer checks out. So this doesn't work if they message you later and said they entered the wrong shipping address. Then Etsy says that you need to cancel the order, refund them, and then have them reorder with the correct address. So this program will not protect you if you've updated the address manually when you print the shipping label. I was all covered there, and the coverage of the program works for orders up to $250 in value. They'll cover the taxes and shipping. And if the item was more than $250, you would be responsible as the seller for covering the difference to make it a full refund. This program works for items that never arrived to the customer, but you have to make sure you shipped on time. This program works for disputes about the listing accuracy. Etsy is kind of funny with how they word this. They say it's when the order matches the listing description and photos, but when the buyer claims that it doesn't. So this is totally opinion here. It also covers your first damaged shipment per calendar year. This seems great and all, but in order to even pursue the seller protection plan, you have to have a case opened against you. What I don't love about it is that you basically have to get the buyer to open a case so that you can get it resolved using the seller protection plan. Now, customer service is super important to me, but I still want to be able to leverage this new plan that Etsy had. Usually when a buyer opens a case, it means that they're like really ticked off at you and you couldn't resolve their issue for them. So I had to spin this in a different way, and I'm going to teach you how to spin this in a different way so that you can actually utilize the program, but without making your customer upset or ruffling feathers. Both of these customers actually ended up leaving me positive reviews because I helped them pursue the benefit of the seller protection program as quickly and as efficiently as possible. So this is what you do. You need to spin it so that you are helping them pursue a refund. You need to spin it so that you are keeping them happy and trying to get them their money back as quickly as possible. So it's really pretty simple. You just have to tell the customer, just apologize to the customer, show some understanding, and if it was lost, make sure you initiate that missing mail search. Then explain to them that luckily their purchase is fully covered by the seller protection program and that you will help them pursue a refund through that. Now, this is you helping them and educating them on a benefit they have. So you are helping them get their money back. The key is being on their side. Now, I know it feels weird to encourage them to open a case, but you know what? I did this 2 times in July and my sales in August increased. So I'm not really convinced that having a case open against you is going to be detrimental to your shop, because in July I was up 35% over last year, and August I'm up 51% over last year. Those 2 cases in July absolutely did not hurt me one bit. So what you're going to say is you're going to actually guide them to how to open a case. Give them the link, tell them what to click, tell them just to write to Etsy in the case that the item was lost or whatever, and that you believe it falls under the seller protection program, so you'd like your refund. And then they open the case and you respond immediately, like within minutes. Hi Etsy, we've been working with this customer on their missing package or on their damaged package, whatever. And then cite your shop policies. It reminds them that you have your policies filled out. You're going to say, our shop policy states that blank, our shop, is not liable for packages lost by the shipping carrier. Attached is a screenshot of that policy. Boom, you attach the screenshot. We have submitted a missing package search request to USPS on behalf of the customer and are waiting to hear back. Because most likely if you submitted one of these, you probably haven't heard anything back, and you might not for a long time. Then you say, since this order meets all of the requirements for the seller protection program eligibility, we wanted to help the customer pursue that option. And then you put in quotes directly from the seller protection program, quote, Etsy does not hold sellers liable for non-delivery cases that results in a refund. Boom, attach a screenshot of the seller protection program and a screenshot of your policy and you are covered. They resolved both of those within minutes. The result was over $250 in refunds for these customers, and they were so happy that I helped them that they came back and ordered the same item the very next day. So my encouragement to you is to make sure that you do fit all the requirements for the program, fill out your shop policies, use Etsy payments, all of those requirements, and use the program to your advantage, because you can use it in a way that creates happy customers and encourages repeat business. It does not need to be a thing where it's you against the customer. You can be on the same side and you can be helping them get their money back. And just swallow your pride when you tell them to open a case against you, because if it's any reassurance, my sales have only been increasing since I did that. So I hope this was helpful to you if you were kind of wondering how the program worked in real life and what the repercussions of it were for a shop. So hopefully this was reassuring to you. Use the program, make some happy customers, and get some repeat business. If you like this video, please subscribe, and please follow me over on Instagram at Dylan Jarris, where I post daily. My focus is really on profitable action steps. I have 2 kids. I am so busy. I don't have time to waste, and I respect your time in the same exact way. Thank you for sticking around, and if you're interested in learning more about my coaching, feel free to schedule a call. The link is below. We can talk more about what's going on with your Etsy shop, or, if you don't have a shop yet, we can take a look at what the potential even could be for you. Because trust me, if you are willing to work hard and you feel like you need to make it happen, it can totally happen. All right, I'll see you in a few days for the next video.